All right, the next part in Activity 5 is on page 34. We're going to talk about the blur and sharpen tools. Now what you're going to need to do is open up a file called Castle. So File, Open, go to your recent places, Unit 1, Part 2, Photoshop, and we're going to open up a file called Castle. Now this looks like some type of English castle here. Now we're going to click on the blur tool. Now there's not a shortcut that I know of for the blur tool, but the blur tool is right below the gradient and paint bucket tool right here. It looks like a drop of water right here, and it shares a spot with the Sharpen tool and Smudge tool. Now what we're going to do is, now you got different strengths of blur. Like I got 50%. I can increase it to 0 to 100%. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to click on each one of these windows. Just hold down the mouse click button. I'm going to blur every one of these windows. Now the blur tool is great, like if you have a photo and you want to blur people's faces out, like if you didn't get their permission to put it on a website or Facebook, you can use the blur tool to just blur their faces out, so you don't have to worry about getting sued. So just go through and blur out every window. It's foggy up in there. Blur out every single window. Alright, so everybody can see all the windows are blurred out. Now the next tool we're going to talk about is the Smudge tool. It shares the same spot on the toolbar as the blur tool, and it looks like a little finger sticking out, like it's going to smudge something. You ever seen like a wet paint and you just had the urge just to smudge it? That's what it reminds me of. So I got the Smudge tool. Now the Smudge tool is pretty cool. I'm going to use the Smudge tool on the area to the left of the castle that's not part of the main castle. So I'm going to smudge the sky color down. Now this is great like for photos where you want to make yourself lose a little bit of weight. You just smudge it in just a little bit and there you go. You lost 20 pounds. Good old Smudge tool. So after you've smudged and gotten rid of the side part next to the castle, we're going to save this in our lesson 1 folder as blurredcastle.jpg. So file, save as, blurredcastle.jpg, and click save. Alright, so click save. Click OK. And now we got blurred lines. There you go. Hey, hey, hey. Alright. Close the file, and that's it.